boy. Shinobi じゃなくてジャマイカボーイ。不動で育った making noise. 四六時中かかってこい。It don't matter though. Young nigga from Canada, brought from that bullshit and go like a matador. 行けたら行くわ。毎日俺のゴールへ書き出す。
This won't be long. I have a question for you guys that I want to I'm gonna ask you related to SIU and stuff, and this kind of stems from me thinking about the Yas Ratcha and Yama conflict and the way that it ended up fizzling out and not being a thing because Yas Ratcha was protecting them, the history he has with his dad. And I'm not saying that from a storytelling standpoint that those were bad and wrong choices or whatever. It's just that, do you guys often find that SIU tends to build up these matchups and build up hype and intrigue behind them, and he never follows through? Like, I've even thought about the Liboric and Caliban thing and what happened with that, and it didn't follow through. And there's some other examples where I could think of, or he never lets a fight end conclusively where we can know exactly where some of these characters stand in terms of like power and strength. This is obviously from a power scaling standpoint. I'm thinking of White versus Caliban, which I thought he was doing a good job sort of building up a little bit, where he never particularly got a chance to face him in the last station and pulled up on him, not necessarily being a full power, but Caliban still had one hand behind his back while Thing wasn't at full power, and then boom, he unleashes his other hand, and then White is now complete, and we're like, okay, now we can kind of get a proper gauge, and I still have no idea how strong either of them are going to be, and then that fight was left inconclusive. Did White end up forcing Caliban to sacrifice one of his hands? Sure. But that wound was caused by Bam. Like, I want him to build up a fight and battle and then let it come, let it come full circle and let it end in a satisfying manner. It's getting to the point where sometimes I think of a matchup or challenge that could be interesting, but I truly believe that he's never going to let it like follow through and kind of like enclose the circle. It's always going to come and like stop somewhere. I won't lie to you. I'm pretty disappointed with the Yama and the Yas Ratcha thing. I don't think they're not enemies in my opinion. So they're not gonna, at the very least, they have a common enemy in Traumaray. And Caliban and Liboric are part of the army. They can't really feud like that. So I think that's over with too. And I just think that's a little disappointing. So I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm asking you guys this question. You can be as detailed as you want. You can be as blunt as you want. But I've been thinking about a couple of those things that he's built up, and I'm like, he never. I'm trying to think of like Yuri right now, and the deal that she made by betting one of her 13-month series, and I'm like, I don't see that coming full circle. It's like so many stuff that I find that Slave and Utero will build up. He just doesn't follow through, or he just completely changes his mind. Like, I guess last thing, this is not necessarily a combat thing, but even like the original story with Amort being related to Baylord Yama's climb in Bay Road, he set that up. I was hyped for it, and it completely changed the story to the Baylord brothers being related to the Lopabia family and stuff. Don't think it's bad. I don't hate it. But I think it would have been cooler to have another Slayer be a part of another Slayer's rise and stuff. But let me know if you think I'm tripping. But yeah, I think this is one of his problems. I think he needs to either not build it up, because almost like a promise not being fulfilled. It's kind of how I'm seeing it. It's like he's almost like promising us this great, oh yes, it's gonna be Yas Ratcha and Yama, cat versus dog, feline versus canine, and then it goes whoop boop and it's gone. And it's like, don't make the pinky promise if you're not going to go through with it. It's kind of what I'm saying. Let me know if I'm tripping though. Y'all be safe. Shout out to all of my patrons, my CBLs, the priests of fire, but especially my tier 3 subscribers, the 5th Zan Gods. Shout out to Sonny Kathapali, Simi, Shoddy to Your Body, Scobe, Revenant, Miles, Chris, Cayenne, Triss, Chromizone, Abdel, and my boy Alan. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.